2020.
That's Zito right there. This is at Zito crib.
Yeah. This is
This
before Reap the Gems, guys.
Yeah.
That's me and Zito right
Yo, welcome
Yes,
back
sir.
to Reap the Gems podcast.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
We've been in 3 months in 2025, right?
Oh, is this question of the day?
Question
of the day.
Question of the
Question
day.
of the day. We Reap the Gems. Let's do it.
Like I was saying, we've basically already been 3 months in.
3 months in the year.
2025.
Yep.
How has it been treating you guys? How has 2025, been, for you guys?
It's been fucking rough, bruh. It's been rough because it hit me this year that I came to the real. I always knew, but it really hit me this year because by things going so great for our podcast, I just feel like I want to put more into it.
Okay.
And us working a 9 to 5 and having different schedules, it really hinders our time with each other, bro.
Yeah.
And that's a problem for me, bro.
Yeah.
But when you got things that you really want to do in your spare time and it's limited, that bothers a nigga. That bothers a nigga. So that's it. For real.
Me personally, to be honest with you, and as you're talking about work, my mind. In my mind, I really want to tell y'all the truth. Well, I just want to get up, call. This is how I play out my life. I promise you everything I love. I'm not sugarcoating it. Yeah. I want to get up one day and just call the office and say, hey, look, I'm not coming in. Matter of fact, I won't be coming in anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just done. I want to see where faith and life will take me.
Okay.
Me off faith and life, just heading for the hills. I want to do better. That's where my mind is at, because it's like working a 9 to 5. You're never gonna get rich. You're never gonna get rich. It's only a band-aid to help you continue to pay your bills on time. But successful people don't get rich off of 9 to 5. I'm just being honest with you.
Nope.
So the hinderingness of me staying at a job for years and not gaining anything but giving my soul to a company
and making them
is sickening to my brain.
Yeah.
It's bad for my health. So I think for 2025, it really opened my eyes to and I feel like God been trying to tell me this for a long time. Like, bruh, you got what it takes. Believe. Just believe.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I feel like this Reap the Gems thing that we created, when I said, hey y'all boys, man, let's do this. It was a vision in itself.
Yeah.
It taught me to, you could do it, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't because
it was a no-brainer. It was so effortlessly smooth. Let me tell you when I felt it in my heart that this was a great thing that we had. It was when Zito was staying in Aventura. And we went to go see, we ain't see Zito in a minute.
Yeah.
And we went to go pull up on him and we was just chopping it up in your living room.
Yeah.
It dawned on me, not right then and there, but somewhat. I was like, oh, we got something going. We just had a nice, healthy convo.
Yeah, man.
We need to put this on camera.
Yeah.
And look what we got going,
Yeah, and that was probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I still got a picture.
This was early pandemic.
Matter of fact, I still got pictures I'm going to show you.
This was early pandemic,
man. And to answer my own question, because I know, I feel like we're basically getting that first quarter out the way.
Yeah,
2025.
I think March is the end of the first quarter. They say,
right?
Yeah,
March, right? Which makes sense. For me personally, it was about me getting myself right, mentally and emotionally, and a lot. That's what I feel like I've been building and doing, and it's been really good for me in that sense. But just like you guys mentioned, man, I'm the type of person where I don't like being content.
Yeah.
So that's more than Zito right there.
Yeah. Early pandemic, right? With 2021 around there, 2020.
That's more than Zito right there. This is at Zito crib.
Yeah. This is before Reap the Gems, guys.
Yeah.
That's me and Zito right there. Hold on. There go another one.
Yeah,
but that was you know what I'm saying, that was early pandemic.
Early pandemic. Yeah. So to see that we started this post-pandemic and how it's flourishing, we planted that seed without even knowing it.
Absolutely.
And that was great.
Now to think about that conversation, man, and that was genuine, bro. You guys came through it, and I appreciate it. I know you guys seen it on, You know, because at that time I was dealing with a lot, right?
Right.
And you guys
Yep.
like came through, and it's good to always see genuine friends, you know,
Yeah.
that come around, that check up on you, and that actually pulled up on you. And the fact that you guys, you know, didn't act different or didn't judge me, or because you guys, you know, kind of knew that I became distant or whatever.
Right. And
you guys
we
seen it
respect
as-
that
and you
because
guys
that's a
respected
part of
it.
life.
You
Yeah,
get what I'm
that's
saying?
a part of life.
And
Yeah.
I just felt like, damn, that's what's up. I feel like that's what friends are for. That's what
Right.
friends should do.
When you have a friend
Mm-hmm.
or you know somebody who does something and you feel like, oh, he's being distant or weird, don't look at him different, because you can still call him
Right.
and be like, yo, man, what's up, bro? Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Y'all gonna have that same old conversations like, yeah, bro, da, da, da. You
But
get what I'm
guess what?
saying? But at the same time, he knows in his lifestyle,
Yeah.
I got this to worry about now. You feel me?
Yeah.
All that going out stuff, that kind of came to an end because I have this to worry about now. You feel me?
Right.
That's just like getting married. Like, you know, once you get married, bro,
There's
Your-
gonna be lifestyle changes.
lifestyle changes.
And I feel like real friends have to respect
You
those
have to
lifestyle
respect
changes.
it.
If you don't, that means you wasn't really my friend.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want me to elevate.
Now, if
That's a
you
part
get
of
married
life.
and I'm like, oh, that boy done turned, he done got P-whipped.
Yeah.
He P-whipped now.
Mhm.
He don't come outside no more. That girl got him on a leash.
Yeah.
Like,
We could
what you-
joke about that.
Yeah, like,
We could joke
we
about
a
it.
joke.
But if you really holding that man to that, bruh, it's like, bro, we weren't
Yeah,
really
you
friends.
tripping. Like,
That's lifestyle changes is a part of life.
That's
to
just like
elevate and grow.
saying today, you
Yeah.
woke up, you don't know what happened, you must have had a midlife crisis. If I
Yeah.
woke up today and had a midlife crisis, guess what I'm doing? I don't want to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nobody.
Mhm.
I want to sit in my little shell and think about what I'm going to do for this rest of this year.
Yeah, we all been there.
And we all go
We've
through
all
that.
been
As a matter
there.
of
We
fact-
all done had our phone on D&D.
Yeah.
Throw that shit to the
Yeah.
side and sitting there writing down our life goals and what I need to do next week, next month, next year. We've all been there.
Type stuff.
Yeah.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
and this is what I'm trying to say, right? And that's what made me really, you know, appreciate someone like my guy Sap, right? It's been times where Sap, he'll just get ghost, like out of nowhere, out the blue. And at first, I didn't understand it. But because I didn't understand it, didn't make me attack him and be like, man, Sap, man, you
would ghost on me,
you would
man.
ghost on
Fuck
me,
all
you
that.
this, you that.
Don't call me no more.
Don't call me no more. I had to pay attention and see,
Right.
like, you know, I know Sap.
Yeah.
He ghosts right now, but he locked in. He
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
to the bag, or he got something
It's for
going
a good
on.
reason.
It's for a great
Yep,
reason.
yep.
That's why he just got going like that.
Yep.
But guess what? When he popped back, it's like we ain't never left.
Yeah, never skipped
So
a beat.
that's what.
And
same
I,
for
and, I, and
Mazzarella.
I really understand it because we grew up together. That's my blood brother.
Yeah.
I've seen it firsthand
Yeah.
where we've been here vibing everything, and he'll just go ghost, go quiet, don't say a word, walk around the house quiet. I see him journaling. I'm like, oh, he in that zone.
Yeah,
He got, you know, that's just how it is
Exactly.
sometimes.
And you
bro.
respecting it,
Yeah, I
right?
respect
Instead
it.
of trying to interrupt
Yep.
it, like,
Yep.
okay, yeah, you know, messing that up.
But you know, everybody has that. You know what I'm saying? Mine is just a deeper thought. That's
Okay.
that's how like I mean nothing by it. Like I done seen
Exactly.
this man. He doesn't
He's
do it like
not by
me.
it.
So his way of doing it, because we grew up together,
Mhm.
is he'll be cleaning up, and I know when he's cleaning up, he's thinking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's
yep.
thinking right there. When I know he's sleeping, he's doing all this.
Yep.
That's his thinking stage. You feel me? So I know I'll leave him alone.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing.
Mhm.
Even though.
Yep.
Like we're talking about the 2025, I don't want to go off a topic,
Mhm.
but I just have another question for you guys. At what point in your lifestyle do you feel like you shouldn't have to explain yourself to someone, or like you shouldn't have to double back and reteach someone what you've done to
Mhm.
get where you at? Like, let me give you a prime example. You have some people who find a route,
Yeah.
and that route works for them,
Yeah.
and they end up becoming rich.
Okay.
Now, when they're rich, some people when they're rich, they don't feel like, okay, doubling down to people who's back in this class here, I
Right.
should have to speak to you. You know what I'm saying? I need to speak to somebody who's, you know, morally up here.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I somewhat don't respect it because I treat the janitor just like I treat the CEO.
Okay.
Because, for example, let's just use Dirk, for example.
Okay.
He was up here,
Yeah.
hit after hit. Hellcats a track hawk, you know, doing all his big songs, having all the money. Now look at him, fucked up, money going down, in jail.
Yeah.
But guess what? He could get out and build it right back up. So you could be up and you could come down. But I always heard this phrase, be careful who you shit on your way to the top. Because coming down be the same people you got to see coming back down.
Yeah.
So you
Damn.
rich, you doing what you do, you know, but don't treat the less like you can't get them a time of day.
Right.
That's why I realized that about you. Whenever we're out or you see somebody rich and successful, you don't hesitate to go ask them a few questions.
Yeah.
And for the most part, they drop them gems.
I mean,
I feel like, bro, when you're rich, I feel like you should help a couple people out before
Got
you
to.
wait.
Yeah.
That's important.
I feel
Not
like,
everybody.
Like, not everybody.
But you gotta put a good amount of people
exactly.
in position.
But that's what I'm saying, right? And I
Yeah.
feel like it's important, you know, when you get to a certain level, to help out the people that you feel like is capable of doing it, or that shows you that they want it, that they want to
There we
change
go.
their lifestyle.
Yep.
So you know, and they know that it's not a waste of time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But if you see somebody that don't want it, they not asking questions, they not curious, they not.
You're not obligated.
You're
not
to
obligated.
do that.
Yeah.
You know, because you put in that. But why not? Especially if you can change some of your friends' lives, somebody that you're close to or even grew up with, right? And you see that person has the potential and they want it.
Yeah.
Bless them with that opportunity.
Because why you think God blessed you in the first place?
Come on now.
God blesses you so you can keep it going.
But only to those that's serious about it and
Yeah.
that really wants it.
But on the other hand, I asked that question because I understand it too, though.
Okay.
I understand why people don't come back to help.
Why?
Because, prime example, let's just say we have 3 cups in front of us.
Okay.
Right? And I have my cup that's full.
Right.
Your cup probably got quarter cup. You know what I'm saying? His cup probably half a cup.
Right.
Now my cup full. I pour into your cup. You know what I'm saying? I just devalue. You know what I'm saying? Because now I just helped you out.
Mm-hmm.
So now you at half a cup. Where I'm at, half a cup.
Yeah.
He need help too.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and pour him some gas. You know what I'm saying? Give him a little fuel. But where I'm at, quarter cup.
What about
He
me?
was at quarter
So
cup.
now what I'm supposed to
Now
do?
who's gonna help me?
Me. I'm
You know what I'm
supposed to
saying?
pour
I was
back
supposed
you.
to go up top and get them boys to come pour
Yeah.
inside of me.
But then you got-
so I could gain.
There we go. But you
know
got
what I'm saying?
fuck niggas that don't pour back.
Right.
If you pour me and then you pour him and I see you done like
It has to
we
have
gotta pour back so we
substance.
can eat.
It has to
Yeah.
have substance.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
if I pour into you, I gotta know in a year time I'm getting back mine's time
For sure. But you know, it's not guaranteed.
It's not
It's not
guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
You know,
Yeah.
you could be taking a risk.
Yeah.
But I get it. But I'm talking about sometimes it ain't about the money, bro.
Right,
It's
yeah.
the knowledge you can give
Oh,
me.
for
Yeah.
sure.
You feel me? And I feel
For
like
sure.
a lot of people they deflect that part. You feel me? Where you'll go back and you like, oh, you want to talk to this person. You know what I'm saying? Because you up here, I get it. But enlighten me on the tools that I need.
Yeah.
You feel me? I don't need your bread.
Exactly.
Right.
I just need the tools to get there too.
Yeah.
They say, you know what I'm saying, I could feed you, but if I teach you how to fish, guess what?
You can feed
Fish
yourself
food, yeah.
forever.
Forever.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's
That's a
my
fact.
thing. That's my thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, I like that point of view.
You know how that people be like, oh, it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians?
Yeah.
You ever heard that saying?
Yeah.
Some people cannot, they don't have that type of value or they don't have that type of skill
To be a chief.
To be a chief.
Everybody can't be a
You
chief.
can't, and not everybody can be a chief.
Yeah.
And I'm being dead ass real.
Yeah.
Because now, think about it. If Rome wasn't built today, who was the dude structuralizing, saying, hey, I need this done and this done by the end? Who was that guy?
The chief.
The chief.
Yep.
Right?
But the chief probably was once an Indian.
I'm just saying. But
So the chief job is
somebody
to come
has
down
to-
and fight with the Indians and be like, all right, Indians, I need y'all to do this. But you might see, oh, damn, that one Indian, he kind of think like me.
Right.
I got to train him up to be a chief.
Yeah.
Them other ones, all right. They
But
going
what
to have to be
you
a chief
think?
for the rest
Like,
of their life.
for instance, you know how you have some people who always try to be like, yeah, bro, let's do this, let's do this.
Yeah.
But they're uncontrollably trying to do something. You're
Yes,
like, bro,
yes.
we have no
You
control
ain't
here.
thinking it through.
Yeah. But then you have that guy that's like, hey, man, look, when I got home, I wrote this up. Oh, so we have step 1, step 2, step 3. You know what I'm saying? You have people like that.
Yeah.
Some people you can't even help, period.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you think about that? Like, why would you help this person? You know he's like a chicken with his head cut off.
Yeah.
And he's just
he everywhere.
And that goes back to what you said, where you devalue yourself, even having a relationship with somebody like that. You just gotta just leave them where they at.
Some people gotta leave.
Yeah, like-minded people are always gonna move forward together. That just is what it is.
That's just, and that's
true,
and that's real.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my question, man. But
that was good. That was good. And also, like I said, but 2025 is this is just the beginning, man. And,
it's just the beginning.
For all of us, I wanted to be better and get better because. We gonna have those moments because that's what life does.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Life be lifing, boy.
Exactly, life be lifing.
Yep.
And when we go through that, that's why we got each other, we got friends, we got families.
Mm-hmm.
Pick each other up. Mindset.
I think one of us should, out of all three, we should leave like one gem to give to the crowd, so that way they can understand that
I like
just
that.
saying this. Whatever you felt like a person should know that what to come this year, like what you should implement in your life.
Let me throw my gym in there. My gym in there, y'all already know. I was born on the 9th. I love numerology. This is a 9-year, 2025. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 adds up to a 9. Babies take 9 months to come into this earth, so a lot of things are being born. So if you feel like starting something this year, create it. That's where things are born. Now, I'm not saying jump out there and do it, but at least lay down the blueprint, the foundation, write it down, and get started. Because kids come to earth in 9 months. So that's where things are just getting started. They don't know how to walk. They don't know how to talk, but they're here. So get that thing started. That mind, that whatever you got in your mind, write it down and let's start laying the foundation for that. 9 also is the last number. From 1 to 9, 9 plus 1 is a 10. You're back to a 1 because 0 holds no value. So 9 is the last number, which means completion. So things are going to end this year for a lot of people. God forbid you might die this year. That's an ending. You might finally lead a relationship the toxic relationship you've been in, it possibly is highly likely to end this year. You've been thinking about leaving your job for the longest because it's hindering you. You might leave your job this year. So 9 is also completion / ending. You completed your task at that job. You completed your time in that relationship. Or things can be born after 9 months. 9 also represents being born. And when you turn the 9 upside down, it looks like a pregnant woman. So 9 is also the number of completion and the number of things being born. This is my year. I was born on October 9th. I love the 9. I'm getting to know myself now this year more than ever. I'm really getting these downloads and learning the dark sides of myself, the bright sides of myself. That might be for you guys. You see what I'm saying? So that's a gem I have for you. If you want to start something this year, lay that foundation down. If you want to end something this year, find the courage in yourself to end it. You've been dreading leaving your job, do it this year. You've been dreading leaving that toxic relationship, do it this year. It's a 9-year. And that's my gem.
Wow. Oh, man, that's going to be hard to even follow up after that one.
Yeah.
It can be simple. What's your gem?
My gem, simply, like I said, when I was talking about, pouring into myself, right?
Right.
Mine would be, self-love,
Mm-hmm.
self-development, and
that's a fact.
Just creating, and what I mean by that is, you creating boundaries, right? When it comes to even friends, family, close ones, loved ones.
Healthy boundaries at
healthy
that,
boundaries,
too.
of course.
Yeah.
Because, you just prioritizing the things that you feel like is important to you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people won't see that or respect it until you start showing that and until you start making it known and prioritizing that. And I just feel like, that's the gem that I can give you guys. Just make sure you prioritize you. Put yourself first.
That's a fact.
Because, it's all about being happy and,
how you gonna help others if you ain't right?
Exactly.
Ain't nobody gonna come through for you like you come through for you.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I think consistency this year. Try to remain consistent in the things you do. If you say you're gonna do something, try to be very consistent and try to maintain that goal throughout the whole year. Another thing is I always say it, man. Use things for leverage. Like, use things for stepping stones. If you feel like you're stuck in a position, use that to get you out of that position. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it fuels that flame that makes you want to go, you know, that with consistency, you'll go far.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, consistency and using things as leverage, as a stepping stone.
I like that.
Whether your job, if you know you've been working at the job for a long time and you know you really want an outing, use that job for whatever you really want to do, your dream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So those are my two things, consistency and leverage.
Okay. And there you have it, guys. We hope y'all take those gems and really apply it to your day-to-day life. Seriously, this is Reap the Gems podcast, where we really giving y'all gems to sprinkle throughout your life.
Y'all need to subscribe, man.
Subscribe, man.
And comment, man. Anything you guys
that
like
comment
that you heard,
section.
you know, blow it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.